This is the word to go, y'all.
Well, hello. Welcome. Hi, ladies.
Hey,
We're here. Another episode of GAW TV. That is a hashtag. Welcome to the Grown Ass Women television show. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe to our channel. We have some awesome episodes you can go back and watch. And we've just launched the subscription platform so you can enjoy us in so many different levels, including huge outtakes and all the bonus footage and all the things. But last thing, right, ladies? Our favorite part? Hit that bell icon. Hit it. Hit it. I'm so happy to see you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Wednesdays are my favorite day.
It is. On Wednesdays, we watch GAW TV. I know sometimes we wear pink, other people do. We watch GAW TV. That's what
we whine about it. Or don't
and we whine about it. We could have called this Wine Wednesday, technically.
Yeah.
When you have as much wine as I do.
Down.
Yeah, wind down. Yeah. It all makes sense. But as Mickie said, we are so excited that we have a new way to connect with you guys and give you bonus footage, extended versions of this show, so many great exclusives on YouTube memberships. We had fun on Patreon, but this makes a lot more sense for us to be here on YouTube with you guys. So as you're here watching us, whether you're new, whether you're watching live in the chat room, hi guys, thanks for tuning in every week as you do. Or on replay, just go ahead and have a look below. Our store's below as well, but there's information that you need to see in the description on how you can be part of Team GAW and join.
Oh, damn right, the store's below. And look, you can get this fancy pillow.
Yeah,
that's right.
Which
that's
I'm
right.
I'm linked up against.
Quite comfortable.
Glanced. Oh my gosh, we have so many things, like amazing guests coming up. Especially this one who is very special to me. I go way back. He trained me in OVW. And we became very, very tight. He's like one of my brothers in the company. We became so close, and he's just an amazing person. Had the best gimmicks and all that kind of stuff. But it's my good friend, Nick Dinsmore, also known as Eugene from WWE. Let's bring that mother in. He's so excited, by the way. He's so excited
too. I can't wait to talk to Dinsmore.
Dinsmore.
There he is.
Hey.
You're so bright and vibrant.
Yes, you are. Look at all his props in the back. Hey, plug this in, plug that in, plug this in.
That's brilliant.
All for sale.
All for sale.
All for sale. We love when people come with like a cool setup. That's amazing.
Oh my God. Look at that powder puff.
I think he's going to be a pest. He wants to play.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh.
This is Hugo.
Hugo.
Like the brand of clothing?
Yes, Hugo Boss. That's what I named after.
Good old Stephanie Dinsmore. Good old Stephanie Dinsmore.
I love it so much. Well, welcome to the show. We are so thrilled to have you here. We are all big fans of yours, and we would love to know. We ask all of our guests, who are you wearing, and what are you drinking tonight, bro? What you got? What's going on?
I got a little coffee and milk and a Nike.
And Nike.
Yeah.
And a sweet bandana.
Yes. Cover up the kayfabe bald spot.
You look so such a happy color. We love neon on this show. We love it so much.
Oh.
The best part about having your own action figures, you get to play with yourself in public.
That's awesome.
Only joke I got.
Not everyone can say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my
I do
God.
have one of these.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, what's that? Oh.
That? Oh, we're big fans of the cardboard wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and they're recyclable containers. Look at them go.
Yes.
Caring about the environment at the same time. We appreciate that.
Good job. Lisa, can I ask what you're wearing and what you're drinking? Because I love your cap. Is it Cubs though? I'm not.
No, I'm wearing a Cubs hat because I had a bad hair day. I'll be honest with you. I did a appearance in Milwaukee this past weekend, and Danny from Victoria Web was there taking behind the scene pictures. And shushy. I haven't washed my hair since I got back. So,
good.
I'm drinking out of my Batman little mug. Oh, see, you thought your dog Hugo was going to be a problem. Moana, come here.
She's naughty.
I'm drinking Batman. I'm drinking my CVS wines. David went to go get some for today. Coastal Estates. It's a little bit fancier than my normal.
Ooh.
You don't get any. And
I
I'm
used to
just,
drink the
I'm
one
just-
with the kangaroo on it.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yellowtail.
That's
Yeah,
what
there
I
you go,
usually
yeah.
get. That's what all my whole rack.
Oh, it's so
nice
good.
rack.
Hey, nice rack.
Nice rack. I knew you guys were gonna say that. And I'm just wearing, it's a little chilly. I'm in San Diego. I know I complain about how cold it is, but just I'm doing laundry at the same time in the basement, so it's freezing. But yeah, that's it. I got a whole bunch of stuff from my brother, Batman, DC, Marvel, all this stuff. And every time I opened a gift, I was like, oh, I can sell this. I can sell this. And there, yeah, he wasn't offended. He's been collecting for a whole year for me. Yes.
Oh my God.
Batman.
But yes.
Who is Batman? I think you guys are going to be shocked that, I love myself a cocktail or six, but I have discovered this brand, not personally, but I keep hearing about it. This brand called Trip CBD.
Ooh.
And it is non-alcoholic. But you know what? The flavors are great. So this is a lemon basil. And I've only tried a few of them, but they're really nice. And it has CBD, 20 calories per little can, 15 mgs of premium CBD. That's a lot of letters. 0 added sugar. And it's supposed to sort of relax you. And I mean, it does feel like you're having a little bubbly cocktail, but it's kind of I don't sleep very well. And I have
Do you
to
feel
that
it?
really
Do you
early
feel
in the
it?
morning.
Like, have you had it before? Do you feel the side effects or anything like that?
I
Like
don't
what
know
it's
if I'm
supposed to
feeling
do?
it or if it's like a mental like placebo effect where I'm like, oh, I'm feeling really relaxed, but it could be, But so far,
Yeah,
I
well,
think it's been working.
CBD is not supposed to make you high at all. It just kind of
No.
relaxes you and kind of chills out. And it's so funny because a lot of those bars are popping up like where they're like coffee and coffee bars that are like CBD infused and all of that
Yeah.
stuff all over. Yeah, and
Yeah,
beer
it's to
breweries.
kind of like quiet your mind.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes you like sleepy or makes you high. It doesn't have any of that stuff. But it doesn't really make you sleepy. I think it's supposed to just because I've tried little drops and gummies and things like that. And then for me, I'm wearing a Paris because I'm watching my Emily in Paris. I can't wait to go back. And I thought actually this was very fitting because Eugene wore sort of a scholastic, varsity type outfit. So I'm just
Primary colors.
cool like you.
Primary colors.
Those about CBD, we give our dogs the treats, especially before GAW TV filming. Evidently, it's not kicking in.
You tried.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I tried to
Well,
smoke
I'm
some
just
mushrooms, but I
drinking-
couldn't keep the pizza lit.
Damn.
I'm just drinking a little Fresca and vodka, you guys. A little Fresca and vodka.
Wow, you jumped it.
Yeah.
You stepped it up.
I did it. Well, I got, for the most part, I got most of my stuff done today. It's been a day, but or I've just committed to the fact that I'm not going to get the rest of it done because there's not enough time in the day.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing because I've been trying to put over the fact that I actually do have a pro wrestling tee store.
Yeah.
This is available. It was from that single I Don't Give a, but this t-shirt.
That's
My
hot.
little Mickie James. My earrings that I got for Christmas. These little from
Emerald? Are they?
from
We
Santa.
can't see them.
No, they're black diamond in the middle and then
Ooh,
diamond
wow.
on the outside. But the star of the show are these guys.
What are those furry numbers?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Foot cam. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so
Look
cute.
at these guys. Look at them. How are they so cute?
They're
And
so
they
cute.
have like leather grippy bottoms, guys.
Adorable.
Which you need. We've seen you take a bump down the stairs.
No, we can
And
take a
I
bump up
haven't
the
tripped
stairs.
down the stairs one time with these slip socks on. So
See?
they are my new favorite. Wear them all the time now. I got them for Christmas. So
Love
yeah.
it.
yes,
Adorable.
that's me.
Yes.
That's yes.
So good.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I was telling the girls, Nick, about how you were my trainer. And you and Rob Conway would show up like 3 hours before the class started to work with me individually. And
I told her to burn
without-
her boots.
what is it?
I told you to burn your boots.
And remember, I said I don't have boots yet. I thought it was I thought I was supposed to be invited to get wrestling boots because I thought it would be disrespectful as someone that's so green to purchase wrestling boots. And then that's when you guys and Danny Davis pulled me aside. You need to get wrestling boots, and I go, I can get wrestling boots. And so my
That's
first
so
one
cute. You
was
thought you needed to be invited, like initiated. That's adorable.
I did. I thought I
You
would
had
be,
to earn your boots.
that's what I thought. I really did. I was so and remember this too, Nick. Do you remember when we were locking up and you had my arm and then you said, give me the Iggy, and I go, Iggy. I didn't know what Iggy was. I was so green, you guys, so green.
That's so funny.
What was Lisa like as a student, Nick? You can be totally candid here on Grown Ass Women TV. We love that.
No, she progressed very quickly and natural athlete. But the thing that I was kind of like, I was like, bow my chest up. We saw Steve Bradley when you wrestled Lita at the Pillman show, Victoria, when you wrestled Lita, and Steve Bradley was like, that's not the same girl that was in Memphis. Because you came from Memphis to Louisville with very little experience, and then going from there to wrestling Lita was like, it was a huge jump.
I think OVW was a PhD. It was like, it was going to medical school, Yeah. So yeah, UPW was community college. Then Memphis was maybe a university. And then when the master's and then the PhD courses were OVW.
I posted that match that we were in, and there was you, didn't know to get in, get out. Doug's telling you where to go.
You guys, I was an idiot. I'm embarrassed. I can't even watch those.
Everyone is like that when they start. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So funny.
Well, loving your character so much. I've actually never heard the backstory of how it came about and how Eugene came to be. If you'd like to give us a little rundown, I'd love to hear that.
So Rip Rogers' son has autism, and maybe mid-2003, Rip came to me and said, what about a character like Rain Man? Might not be very social. He might not be able to tie his boots, but he can do wrestling, moves because he watched it his entire life. Mm-hmm. And there was a bit more to the story. It was supposed to be Eugene also knew all the trivia. So he would say, this was the attendance in the gate for this house at this time. And I was going to get all that from Howard Finkel, but I didn't get to flesh that out too much. So in that time, the agents came down, and I pitched the idea to the agents, Arn and Fit and Dean. So, well, wrestling's kind of gone beyond that. We're not doing that anymore. We're trying to get to more realism. Okay. The writers came down once when I was in Louisville. So I got signed started wrestling in 96. I got signed in 99, debuted on TV in 04. So from 99 to 04, I didn't get the character in my head till the very end, but I pitched it to the writers. Vince would never do that. Vince wouldn't do anything like that. Okay. So at this point, Doug and Danny had been called up, Conway had been called up, and those were my peers at OVW. And now with all the younger guys coming up, I was seen kind of as a coach. So I was kind of in a different spot there. And I saw a lot of guys threaten to quit, say they didn't like living in Louisville, and they would get called up. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. So I told Doug, I said, I think I'm going to quit and try to go to Japan. But I didn't know anybody in Japan. I wouldn't know how to get there in the first place. I got to play chew toy. And so Doug tells Dean Malenko, Dean tells Johnny Gase. Next thing I know, February 2004, I'm sitting in a meeting with Vince McMahon. Rip gave me the idea maybe 8 months, a year prior. I talked about it twice. So I really haven't put any character development or thought into it. Mm-hmm. Vince goes, I want to get back to character-based wrestling. And I just said, what about this Rain Man character? Blah, 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 blah. And he's kind of, the Rain Man of wrestling. Stephanie was in the room. She's like, oh, we could do this and do this. Austin had come back, and I think they taped the Saturday Night's Main Event, February of 04. And he walks into Vince's office, and Vince goes, Steve, have you ever seen this guy wrestle? He goes, I don't think I have. So I quickly said, well, Danny Davis trained me because I knew Danny and Austin had a friendship from Dallas. And he goes, well, he's probably one of the best. And Vince was like, okay, well, we'll start tomorrow. But I didn't end up starting for a couple more weeks. But
yeah. I remember being sorry, because I was there at OVW Dinsmore, and when I first came down, you were considered like the senior, the veteran, and that whole class, all your friends and your peers, like you said, had already gone up, and you were leading a lot of the classes. And when it came to television and even what the OVW product was putting out, I mean, you were there, like there was nobody that could out wrestle you, or like you were such a student of the game. But seriously, and like all that, like what people say of as far as like the technical wrestling and the impact and all this. I mean, you taught me so much stuff, and I'm sure a lot of the people at OVW and in Louisville at that time could say the same thing. Like you were a leader, but how different was it for you to be like at first? I mean, obviously it was your idea, so it wasn't like, oh, the writers came up with this idea and you had to do it. But to be able to go and play this character that was completely like different of who you were in the ring already and who you were like and how well respected you were in the locker room.
Well, at that point, I even remember at the OVW events and in practice, I would begin to not horse around, but try to do as much funny stuff to make myself laugh. I got so comfortable with the wrestling, I didn't have to think about the wrestling. I didn't have to think what the moves were, and I was just being goofy. And it kind of transitioned at that time, you know, that I just went to, because the brands were split. Hurricane was the only kids character that WWE had at the time. So I knew one brand didn't have a kids character. Everybody, this was post Austin and post NWO, but everybody wanted to be a strong, cool heel where I get all my shit in and don't sell. And I wanted to be complete opposite. I wanted to be sympathetic, you know, a comedy baby face doing midget high spots, little people high spots.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So funny.
Amazing. I thought it was funny that like the one that knows the most about wrestling, that trained all of us in our class, all of us, we would be nothing without Dinsmore, Conway, Danny Davis, Jim Cornette. We would be like screwed. And then he gets this character that's slow.
Yeah.
A little,
well, and a character that a lot of people probably would not have played. Like their ego would not have allowed them to play. They would have been like, oh, I can't do that because, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most over. I mean, I think about the storylines you got to do as Eugene and the people that you got aligned with and all that stuff. Like it was so freaking cool. It was just so different than what I expected, which is, you know, that's why you say you can never know in wrestling, but it was so different than how I ever saw you in the ring, but how I expected that your WWE run to ever go.
Yeah. That's because Brian Gerwick could write for Eugene.
Yeah.
It was a character he latched onto, and he wrote the Big Show's movie, Knucklehead, was Eugene's movie. He wrote that for Eugene.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love Brian so much, by the way. He's the best.
Yeah.
I think he's got a book out, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's doing all right for himself.
I think
he's writing for Young Rock.
Yeah.
He's with the Young Rock. Yeah. Yeah. Which we are big. Do you guys watch Young Rock?
I've seen some episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. And Chavo's the stunt coordinator on there that teaches all the wrestlers that are legit actors, how to get in the ring, all that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
Killing the business. Killing the business.
Killing the business. It's been killed a long time ago. Yeah. Mickie, right? It's been killed a long time ago.
But that character, I mean, I don't really remember like the most technical matches or like moves and things like that. I remember characters and like funny bits and things that I just loved and resonated with me. And I love that they did it in such a respectful, inclusive way, because it could have gone, you know, awry, but they always did it in a fun. He was so pure, you know, he was just so excited. He was all of us. So I love that about that character so much. But moving forward, go ahead.
I tried to draw on like how I remember enjoying wrestling as a kid. And just the excitement, and just I'd watch kids in the crowd, but then also at OVW there was a group of a family that used to come, and they would get wild and crazy. So I took some of Eugene's mannerisms from a couple of guys there. But I just tried to, you know, remember that pure, like you're saying, naive innocence that you know everybody had at one time, right?
Yeah.
That's the word. Yeah. It was so, like you could see like the wrestling through his eyes, and it was just amazing. But moving forward,
to hear innocence come out of Eugene's mouth is kind of awkward. It's not, it doesn't sit well with me. Innocence.
Something's not computing for Lisa, I think. Something's off there.
Not at all.
Yeah. But tell us about your YouTube channel going forward. I mean, you've obviously, you know, had a great career, but now with YouTube, it's a great way to connect with the fans. But since we're on YouTube, and that's what we love, YouTube, can you tell us about your content here?
So Mickie was talking about me wrestling in OVW over the whole winter time up here in South Dakota. I found a huge box of VHS tapes, and I've been shifting them all over to digital. I posted some of them, but I've got so much. It's not even probably a quarter of what OVW that I did, but I got a lot of video that I'm trying to put up to YouTube. But I've got some not shows, whatever you want to call them, videos on there where I told some of my story, and I've been writing more of it because I don't know if I want to write a book and do like a YouTube episodic each story type thing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I want to be in front of the camera, but I might voice it over if I've got any
Right.
video and stuff.
It's cool to have options. That's what's cool about social media is kind of maybe you could put out like a vote and see what the fans would want most, a book or audio. Yeah. That's what's so nice is you can connect instantly with these fans. That's why we've loved like,
They
Twitter.
save $10 if they buy both.
That too.
They call that
You're
a
underselling
twofer.
yourself. You're underselling yourself. You should be worth more.
Yeah.
You should be worth more. Come on. Thank you for all the help and love and like support you gave me in making Victoria Victoria. Without you, I wouldn't be nothing, without your training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the same thing. Yeah, Dinsmore, because you were such a leader when I came down there, but you were so kind and giving with your time. And you always were like quick to give advice or like, in a time when we're all very, very insecure. And I think even when I think back to like, even you must have been at the same time because you had been there for so long or whatever. And I'm like, but you were always so kind and with your time and with your energy and to help us
I
all.
never really thought I was going to get called up. I really didn't.
Yeah.
I thought I would just be, because I got signed to such a low, developmental deal. Even the people that weren't making money, were making more than I was, but I was just happy to have a job. So I thought I was like, tackling dummy or something. So I was I wouldn't get nervous because I didn't think my job was ever online because I thought I was like so minuscule. But
I was in the same boat, Nick. I remember Jimmy Cornette asking me what I was making on developmental, and I told him, he goes, "Are you what? How are you surviving?" I go, "Barely." We're canned tuna is our best friend, and eggs, egg whites, and stuff like that. And he was the one that made the call, going, "You kind of need to pay her a little bit more. Like she's not able to pay rent. That's why I ended up at the Suburban Lodge so long."
Yeah.
And but I thought that was part of the deal, was going, how bad do they want it? How bad are they going to sacrifice? You live on bread and peanut butter, or you just sacrifice. You know what I mean? So I thought I was being challenged, but I was the same boat as you, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And rest is
Good old
history.
Jim
How far you've
Cornette.
come.
Good old Jim Cornette.
Well, Corny. We got to get Corny on the show.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I went to his wedding. I went to him and Stacy's wedding. It was
Stacey's
it was on
lovely.
Halloween.
Can you believe they finally got married though?
And Stephanie went with me. And Stephanie, like, she wasn't like uncomfortable, but she'd never been to a Wiccan wedding before.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then
interesting. I have not either.
Bolin was supposed to be the best man. He had to pull up a chair. I need to sit down. I need to sit down now. He had to pull him a chair up there.
Stop it.
That's a
Last time I saw Kenny on OVW TV, I said, "Kenny, have you lost weight?" "No, you've lost teeth." Hey!
My God.
You remember the arguments when Jim Cornette, I remember first going to OVW and someone goes, "You got some freaking hair up your boots." And I go, "Oh my God, I cannot screw up." And I'm so green. And to see him yell at somebody for screwing up one spot or the promo not being done right, it was intimidating. It was, I was
He's very passionate.
Very passionate, I guess you could say, Mickie. That's a good word for it. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
I never got yelled at until he threatened to kill me.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got yelled at either.
I didn't, but I witnessed it a lot. So I was like,
I witnessed it. And I think a segment that I was in collectively, we got yelled at, but me never personally did he ever yell at.
Yeah.
That I can remember. I'm like,
God.
I think I would have remembered because it's pretty traumatizing. Like you don't forget it.
He told me he had a gun in his hand and he was coming out to shoot me.
He was coming out to shoot.
Oh,
For
Lord.
what?
They did TV and we all went to Phoenix Hill and he asked Stacy to go with us. And then she said, "Hey, I'm going to go walk around, whatever." And I don't know if she got overly drunk or someone put something in her drink. And I can't remember if we took her home and she was drunk or Jimmy was supposed to come pick her up. I think that was it. And so I thought he came and picked her up, but he couldn't find her and he left. And then somehow she finally made it home, but I ended up at that house that night. So maybe I took her home. And he was quite upset because he didn't find her and she was drunk. And it was like, oh.
Yeah.
He fired me, threatened to shoot me, and then called me back the next day and apologized.
Back then I didn't know what kayfabe was all about. Like I was I'm telling you guys, I was so green. Remember going to Happy There was a bar with the happy face. Happy bar. Like,
Have a nice day, cafe.
have a nice day. Remember that?
Happy
And
bar.
so yeah, and so I had it. I forgot what it was called. And Nydia and I were having an angle, and we were at the same bar, and we try to keep it like because there was still other wrestling fans there, and we both got fined $500. That's how he. That's how he. I was like, that's how he knew what I was making a month, and I go, I don't make that in developmental. I don't know how I'm going to pay that. Do you take payments? And he goes, what are you getting paid in your developmental? And he's the one that called. That's how it all came about. Wow.
Wow.
Did he end up fining you?
I got fined. I did. If he would have
He
said
got you a raise and fined you.
that's it. So he can get his money.
Savage behavior. That's hilarious.
He was not okay with that ever, of you riding together, of you partying together, of you being at the gym together, any of that.
So
Yeah.
Victor Cornette you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Cornette. Yeah.
in that short run that I was a heel in the old building, we all went to Phoenix Hill afterwards, and I'm talking to Cornette, and all of a sudden he looks at me and he goes, I'm a babyface and you're a heel. He goes, we can't be talking. Okay, so I just turned and walked off, but I was hanging with him all night. And all of a sudden he realizes, because we just done something on TV where there was some friction between us.
Bless
And
him.
he's like, why are you talking to me?
Do you
Keep that
guys
in
remember?
his
Do you remember
mind.
Rico Constantino? He was one of my other favorite characters, Rico Constantino.
Rico with Jackie Gata?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And he's a I think he's a security in Las Vegas.
It's,
wow.
And I think it's something more. It's like, I don't know what he does something at the airport. Yeah. I talked
Yeah,
to him about a year ago. I talked to him on the phone just for a minute.
Oh, wow.
Nikki, you might have an impact there. You might be running into Rico Constantino.
Yeah.
At the airport?
Yeah, I think he's an airport
Would
police.
be awesome.
Something like that, yeah.
He was
Oh.
great. That was original
I don't
drag.
remember if he told us this or someone else told me this, but after 9/11, the government was going to make him an air marshal.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's the guy who needs to write a book. He's done it all.
Yeah, he
for
has.
sure. His life is pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about
Yeah.
that. That's amazing.
I've
I
seen
know.
pictures of him online. He looks good.
Yeah.
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 I have to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him going over matches and he'd be on the just this like this.
Yeah, he was a rocker.
So I
Like
came
a
up. He
bit.
was at the gym one day.
ADHD. It was ADHD.
He was at the gym one day, headphones in, rocking, and I put my hand on his shoulder. And in about 2 seconds, he had me pinned on the ground, like got me down. Like his head was somewhere else, and I don't know what he was thinking, but he snatched me.
Yeah.
He snatched you.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, Nick, thank you for being here. This was so
Yeah.
fun. And like
All
I
right,
said,
I
I'm
wrote a limerick for you. I'm going to tell my limerick real quick.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Once was a young maiden named Alice. She used a dynamite stick for a phallus. They found her vagina in North Carolina and bits of her tits down in Dallas. Thank you, ladies.
Follow that, everybody.
This is the word to go, yo.